So a new Shudder original dropped within the last week or two. I don't remember when this dropped. Doesn't matter. Influencer. So a plot synopsis is tricky with this one for sure. We went into this blind, and I recommend you do the same. Now, as far as the horror tag for this, it's much more of a thriller. It kind of reminds me a bit of a modern spin on like a 90s thriller. But there's some like Hitchcockian vibes to it as well, with some twists and some unexpected turns that I was not expecting going into it blind. I don't know what the trailer shows you. I don't know what the synopsis says, but I would avoid it because I have a feeling that it is going to be spoilery. Because I'll just say this. You don't get the opening credits for about 25 to 30 minutes into the movie, and there's a reason. So things kind of go in much different direction than you're expecting. And I was like, whoa, okay, never mind. Which I really loved. And immediately like got me into the film. Because about 20 minutes in, I thought I had the whole movie figured out. I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. And this is where we're going with this. And that's fine. Like, this will be okay. That's what the setup should be fine. Right? And then it took these twists and these turns, and it had me completely engaged the entire rest of the film.
Yeah. I think it's a really engaging film, and I definitely was invested in everything, especially after like the opening credits happened, because it is just like, whoa, you didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated. And I think that the film has a really cool style to it as well. Like, the location is really beautiful. So I was really a fan of all of that, and I really liked the performance from everybody, especially, I guess we'll say the main actress, without giving anything away. Yeah, she was really cool and really great, so.
Yeah. I also like that the movie, it definitely doesn't deal with, like, super black and white stuff. Like, there are morally gray, questionable moments from everybody, and you're like, I'm not really sure how much I like this person, and you kind of find yourself going, I don't know if I want to root for this person or not. And I liked that, because I don't usually care for the whole, very obvious good guy, very obvious bad guy when it comes to like my horror films or film in general, but especially in horror. Like, I like that more, ambiguous nature to characters, more realistic in my opinion. But yeah, as Kaylee had stated, the locations are really beautiful. The film is very well shot and has not like a super high production value to it, but like a moderate one. And I think that they use it really, really well and effective, and you get a lot of different locations. We're traveling to really like beautiful places and remote places. So there's a lot of movement, for a low budget movie, a lot of the times we stick in like certain like self-contained areas and whatnot, but this movie moves around a lot. We do recycle some locations and whatnot a few times, but everything we see in the movie is really high end.
It is.
Whether it's, some beautiful island or some beautiful resort or like some
house,
beautiful, amazing house or something. I'm like, Jesus, like,
Yeah.
They had access to a lot of really lavish, cool things. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means for the budget or the person behind the camera who knew all these people and were like, you owe me favors, or I don't know what the hell happened there, but man, they got so much production value just out of locations in this movie. Mm-hmm. And the plot is very twisty-turny, and it has that vibe to it of a thriller from like the 90s, but more modern themes to it. As far as like the influencer stuff goes and how that's relative to the plot and how it's a social commentary on certain things, I think that's done very effectively. But man, I definitely was super engaged in this one. Mm-hmm. If you're going into it wanting some gory, violent horror movie with a lot of scares, you're not getting that at all. This is a thriller. There's no gore. like a little bit of nudity, and a very unique villain.
Yes, super unique.
Which is what really makes the movie. The twists, the turns, the locations, and the villain. Those are the three things that make this absolutely worth your time, in my opinion. And I was very surprised by this one. Definitely one of the biggest surprises of the year for me. And if you're going to watch something this weekend, Boogeyman or this for sure.
Influencer, yeah.
This is definitely for me easily better than Boogeyman if you're going to watch something this weekend.
Yeah, easily.
It's on Shudder. It was a really fun time. Keeps you guessing. Yeah, I mean, it's not a masterpiece or anything, but it's a very cool, unique thriller with some really surprising moments that made me go, oh shit, okay. Yeah.
Lots of surprises.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah, so it's definitely a recommendation from me if you're into thrillers.
Yes.
That's that. Let us know. All right, bye.